Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the sweetest pea, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
We are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's For Exposure, Love Wrestling's Independent Weekend podcast, where we break down all the best happenings on the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta, I'm wrestling, and what?
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Penta Cero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boris.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Cody Rhodes.
I'm Miss Guy.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Oh, hey there.
Hello.
Shout out to our friends at the Ope 3 podcast. I stole their entrance. But this is Pluggo's PLE, the Triple P, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Royal Rumble season. It's here. It's come. It's gone. The Royal Rumble just happened. I'm here with LJ. The first time, I'm going to pull the curtain back. The first time in our working together history, she had nothing to say pre-show. So that says you're in for a lot. You're in for a treat today. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out to your friends. If you feel like leaving a super chat to keep the lights on here at Love Wrestling, by all means, we'll guarantee that statement or question gets read on the air. We already got Jamie Dwyer saying, "Evening, Ella." Ella's not happy. Yeah. Hi, Ella. How are you?
I'm 25% happy. No, I'll say I'm
25.
50% happy.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure we'll get into it.
We'll get into all of it. But yeah, like I said, we got Jamie in the house. Bryce is in the house. Once to the sky, Pluggo. Bryce flamed me for my Cody Rhodes pick on social media. A lot of people flamed me for my Cody Rhodes and Jordan Grace picks to win the Royal Rumble. But you know what? I like to swing for the fences. I like to have fun.
Jordan eliminated a bunch of people. So
she did. And then
so
just
did
like
Cody,
then just got dumped out. Like, I was in a Royal Rumble pool too, where I had the number one entrant in the men's Rumble, so I felt pretty good for a while. And I had 2 and 5 in the women's, so I ended up with Alexa Bliss and Ivy Nile. So I knew right there I just burnt $30, but I'm a crazy person because it was $10 a spot. I just burnt money. I could have just set that money on fire, Ella.
I know. So I picked number 8 and number 14. I got Jordan Grace for the women.
Yep,
I don't even remember who was number 14 in the men's. I'm going to be honest.
I actually wrote it down because it was Powerhouse Hobbs. It was Royce Key. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the men's Rumble, but before I forget this point, they put Powerhouse Hobbs on the screen.
Yeah.
And then they broke through it, and it was Royce Keys, and they were talking about him, and Michael Cole goes, I've been following his career for a long time now. So Michael Cole just outed himself as an AEW sicko because he watches AEW, because that's the only place we've seen Powerhouse Hobbs, really.
Well, he's been on the indies before that, so maybe he's been a watcher for a long time.
You're telling me that Michael Cole just forgot about the last 4 years of that man's career?
Yeah.
But hey, it
actually
could be.
6, but yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Okay, so let's start it off. Obviously, it's the Women's Royal Rumble. That was the first match out the gate. And I'm going to say something here. That crowd sucked for this match. It was dead. I thought the match itself was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun things come out of this. A lot of fun storylines came out of this.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were loud in my household, so I'm going to be honest. I didn't pay too much attention to the Saudi crowd. I'm not going to lie. I was literally screaming, like my throat hurt. I screamed so many times tonight, and also was really quiet, depending on the result. But I screamed. Well, I picked Liv Morgan to win, so I was very happy. We'll get into it, but I screamed after this match of happiness.
The
many points because I'm like, no, so and so don't get eliminated. So and so's gonna turn on now, you know.
And they did a lot of that in this Rumble. They did a lot of that, but I liked it quite a bit. Yes, Liv Morgan is your 2026 Royal Rumble winner.
Deserved.
Good for her. She'll go to WrestleMania. I would imagine the match is Stephanie McCure. I think that's just right there. It's an easy, unless she wants to leave the Judgment Day and go to SmackDown and face Jade Cargill, but. That look she gave Stephanie a couple when she came back. I want to see that match happen.
Technically, Raquel is facing Stephanie on Monday, so she could technically face Raquel. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
You're not wrong. She could do that. So we'll just start real quick at the top. I don't know if you want to go through all 30 people in the match. I don't know if you have that kind of time.
I'm glad you have notes.
I have notes, and for the first time in my covering wrestling history, I go, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to post about every entrant. And my hand is carpal tunneled up. I was like, is this minute 30 or is this 20 seconds? That's how much it felt. So I actually did it. But it was Alexa and Charlotte to start. And everybody was like, ooh, because if you watch the pre-show, Charlotte had a interview, and she basically said, like, yes, we're friends. I love Alexa. She wants to win. It's selfish of me to want to win, even though I've won it twice. But, we both understand the assignment. They both come out. They just hang out. They essentially hung out for a minute and a half. 2 minutes. It was wild.
I had Alexa. Okay, so like when we did my predictions, I had Alexa coming in at number 2. I was like, Alexa's like an easy pick. I did not expect Charlotte at number 1. It's set up though for the later. She accidentally eliminates Alexa, and she also eliminates Nia. Charlotte was obviously the Iron Woman, just under an hour. She's at 59 minutes and something.
She crushed.
She did get some rest time, though. I did see on the outside, so at least she had that. Okay.
There was some rest time, especially having to be in those full body suits. Oh, JP Jace in the house, the man, the myth, the legend, my brother, my partner in crime. Love you, dude. I actually didn't hate that decision. I was actually watching it with my wife and kids, and they're not, ball knowers like I am. And they go, has anybody ever just stood there for the first couple of minutes and not really did anything? And I said, I can't remember if that's ever happened, but that was pretty close to that happening. And I kind of liked it because it would have just been an easy layup to like have Charlotte try to eliminate Alexa right away and become a thing and them get mad at each other. Actually, it was kind of cool. Because again, I'm really enjoying what they're doing with Charlotte. They're making her likable, and they're making her have these redeeming qualities that she didn't have on screen before. And it's like, this is nice. I like it. I'm here for sensitive Charlotte.
And then shockingly, I thought, Kiana James, number 3, she's going to get tossed out. She lasts like 35 minutes.
And can I tell you something? I don't know much about Kiana James outside of what we've seen on SmackDown and a little bit of here and there. I didn't know she could pick Nia Jax up like that. I was like, damn. I didn't respect to
I was not expecting
James's
her
game.
to go that long, just because, like, based on her booking, how that's been. Obviously, I don't know how long exactly Sol Ruka went, but I think Sol had to have been like second behind Charlotte for time, and then Kiana was in there for a while too.
Sol came in at 10 and lasted to the final 4, to the final 3 actually.
Yeah.
Raquel got eliminated almost immediately when there was a 4. And JPJ said he thought she was going to have the shortest times. Yeah, I thought Kiana James.
So did I. I was pleasantly surprised.
I thought we would have saw Charlotte and Alexa dump her out immediately and maybe keep the Friend Fest going. Like, why not? But they didn't end up doing that.
I think Candice LeRae had the shortest time.
Oh, yeah. I was still typing that she was in the Rumble and she was gone. And I love that Wade Barrett's like, she's a 20-year vet. This is then... Because all pre-show, all they talked about was these low center of gravities and how that'll help him in the Rumble. And Candice LeRae, that didn't help her at all.
Mm-hmm.
That was tough. There was, we're counting out 4 NXT members this time around, so it's less than last year.
3 were spoiled. Kalani was a pleasant surprise.
Kalani was JC, Lola, and Soul, and Kalani. Mm-hmm. Soul outlasted all of them.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Dare I say, Sol Ruka, maybe it's because it was more lax and more like sporty, but to me, she had the best gear of the women's. Like, I think her and Roxanne had the best gear of the women's Rumble. Like, Sol's was it was very different than everybody else's.
Yeah.
It was more sporty and it had like the race car-y vibes. I loved it.
It felt very skater vibes.
And it did not feel like kind of forced like a lot of the other ones, you know? Like the
You know what I didn't
latex,
like?
What?
I didn't like Jordan Grace's gear at all.
It was a lot of colors, you know?
There was too much going on. It took away.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Naya's just looked normal because that's similar to what she normally wears. But I think Roxanne and Soul had the best gears.
Roxanne had the DX colors going.
Shigo, people thought it could have been from Kim Possible. That was inspired.
I saw that a lot.
Yeah.
I liked Lashes. I thought Lash looked good. I thought Lash looked like money. She looked like money in the match.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously partial purple. Shout out Between Two Beards on Thursdays. Shameless plug there. But yeah, I didn't. When Jordan came out, I was like, you kind of look your disco ball with all different colors. But
they can't all be bangers. It's okay.
But I know that you're mentioning that. I'm sure some people will be like, "Who cares what they were?" But this is a tougher set. It's harder for them to come up with creative, unique ring gear when they have to wear a certain style in Saudi. Dustin's in the chat. Shout out, Dustin. Wants to know: do we see Alexa versus Charlotte at WrestleMania? Will they go that route? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think I think it's going to be a multi-woman tag team match. Probably, Rhea, Io, Charlotte, Alexa, probably Kabuki Warriors, and Nia Lash is what I have to imagine. Right now, it's Kiana and Julia are surprisingly number 1 contenders. That'll probably happen at maybe Chamber or on SmackDown. And then I think it'll probably be a 4-way because there's no way you leave like a Rhea and Io, a Charlotte, and Alexa off of like a Mania card,
Speaking of, exactly. And speaking of wrestling tag, they added it. They have the opportunity to add another tag team to the mix because Brie Bella returned.
You know what? That's true.
The only legend, the only surprise really was Brie Bella. Brie mode, Nikki was in it. Then Brie came out. Is Brie back? Are we going to get the Bella twins doing a little tag? Because they've refocused the women's tag division.
Yep. As I'm saying that too, I'm remembering this was my personal favorite moment besides Liv winning was Kairi accidentally eliminating Asuka. Like that was just brilliant. And then Asuka freaking the F out and then Kairi getting dumped right after. So there's a bit of tension there where Kairi might have enough of being bullied by Asuka.
Yeah. Kairi's
something there, dude.
Kairi's her friend.
If you remember though, Asuka was like struggling. Like her leg was like awkwardly stuck against the apron. I go, how is this girl gonna get out of this? It looked like it hurt. But honestly, my favorite moment besides Liv winning was Kairi accidentally eliminating Asuka.
And then Asuka ready to punch her out. Yeah. But then another entrant hit, so they cut away like right as it happened.
Yeah.
Kairi. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some dissension there.
Natty! Natty eliminated Becky Lynch, too.
Natty eliminated Becky Lynch. She looked like an absolute badass. She eliminated somebody else, too.
Maxine.
Is it Maxine? She got Maxine and Becky.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see a triple threat there. But the presentation was awesome. She looked like an absolute low-key legend. I'm happy I would have liked to see Natty mow down a few more people, maybe like some of the, Candice LeRae's of the world, maybe give her a couple of those. I got to ask, before we move on to anything else, if there was anything else that's sticking out, was this the worst Nia Jax showing in her Royal Rumble career? It felt very quick.
It's also like the first time she's ever entered early.
Yeah.
Because normally she's like 20 and up or like 18 and up. This is the first time she's entered early, which was an interesting choice. I think they did it though because Lash shined in the second half, and Lash eliminated everybody. So I think that's why they put Nia in the beginning. They're like, we're gonna give Lash. I don't know exactly how many she got, but I have to imagine Lash got the most eliminations.
I had before I lost count. I think she was up to 4 or 5, and then I was like, "It's just." I think this is just
she
what
eliminated
the
Bellas. I think she eliminated Charlotte.
She stomped on the chest to somebody that was holding on to her leg at one point, and they fell down. I can't remember. Oof, that didn't look good.
Yeah.
Not that it didn't look good in wrestling sense. I think
they gave Lash the Nia spot this year.
I was gonna say, and then we had this rapid fire. The final 4 was Raquel, Liv,
Tiffany,
and Soul. And Liv immediately eliminates Raquel, so it's just those 3. And I thought that those 3 crushed. I thought that they had a great.
I was so scared. I'm like, y'all are about to fall off, like on the apron, and like not.
All 3 are hanging.
Liv was gonna fall off like before.
And then she slips. And then when Soul jumped on Liv's back to do the kick, I was like, that could go bad. Be careful there. But Liv Morgan is your winner. There was no Bianca Belair.
Nope.
She was not there.
I feel sorry for the people who bet on Bianca Belair.
There was a lot of people very bullish that if she was in that thing, she was winning it.
Yeah.
And she's nowhere to be found, so I don't know.
This one finger, like either they're just saving her for Chamber and they're like, we still want you to make you look strong so you don't have to take an L in your return, or this one finger is still being pesky with her. I have no idea what's going on with that girl.
Yeah, there's more to it. Maybe they just right now don't have anything creatively for it, even though the Jade Cargill thing is right there. But it could be maybe they're just like, look, we know that we can do that at any time.
Yeah, Chamber maybe.
Do we want to continue to keep these 2 tied together? Do we want to see what Jade could maybe do with somebody else? It was nice to see Tiffany Stratton was back. She got a nice pop.
No AJ Lee.
No AJ Lee. Yep, no AJ Lee as well. I was crazy. Because Punk got real silent on that post-show, that pre-show when they mentioned AJ Lee. He didn't say anything, and I was like, "Ooh, maybe she's there." He was out of. Did you see any of those clips? He was wild on that pre-show.
I saw some clips.
My dude was doing some wild work. At one point, he mentioned and insinuated they should hang Liv Morgan.
Oh, did he? Oh my god!
And I was like, Jesus Christ, CM Punk. Tell me how you really feel. Like, he was going in. It was a good time. Lash Legend was the MVP of the Rumble for Fernando. How about you? Is that how you feel? That's how I was feeling. Or at least she looked like the... I don't know. Liv had a great showing.
Lash or Soul, I would say.
Soul was good, too. Lash, Soul, Liv, I think, are the 3 that you would have. Because Liv came in pretty early.
14 she was, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He called the Lash Legend fans Lash Holes. And the Oba feminists sort of thing.
I saw so Big E mentioned the Oba feminists, and Punk was like,
"Asshole." Because you could see when he mentioned the Liv thing, Big E looked at him and said something, but you couldn't hear what they said because they cut their mics off for Jackie to talk. And he's like, "What?
I watched like the last half hour of the pre-show because
he was wilding out.
Yeah, but I saw clips.
Yeah, feel free to keep talking Women's Royal Rumble. Get your chat in there. We'll talk about it.
Talk about that only, to be honest.
I was gonna say, I'm looking it over. Like I was surprised the lack of legends. I'm surprised the lack of surprises.
I'm not that surprised because it was Saudi. I feel like one of those NXT spots could have gone to another legend. I was like, okay, so I thought Eve Torres was showing up because I'm like, why is Eve at Cena's last match? Like, ranted, unless she lives in DC or something.
She's in front row too.
I'm like, why is she at Cena's last match? Is this like setting up for her to return or something? One of those NXT spots could have gone, I think, to a legend, but it is Saudi Arabia.
Which one?
I get it.
Which one would you get, Lola?
Well, no. I thought, the 3 were spoiled. Kalani I like Kalani, but she wasn't one that I was necessarily expecting, to be honest with you.
Yeah. When I saw her pop out, I was like, oh, of all of the NXT women they got on there, like I thought maybe Zarya, because Soul was in it. I thought maybe we would get that would be a layup, but it didn't happen. I honestly don't have any gripes with any of this. And listen, I saw everybody on the internet trashing the Brie Bella. Shut up. I'm a Bella. My wife loves the Bella twins. I love the Bella twins. I'm not hearing that noise. I didn't think it was a wasted spot.
I was screaming for Liv the whole time, and that's why I don't know if you can tell my voice is like half dulled right now. I screamed when she won. I was very happy. It's so well deserved, and it makes sense storyline wise. Like they set that up when she came back. That little side eye with Stephanie. You know, Liv also took 3 straight L's this last week. I'm like, oh, she's losing all these, so she gets that big win at the Rumble. You know,
and it sets up
it makes it dicey because she eliminated Raquel, and then on Monday it's Raquel versus Stephanie. So there's that teasing there. So we'll see.
Plus, I can already hear Raquel getting pissed about it. But Raquel, you've kind of been distancing yourself from Judgment Day anyway, because you've been kind of doing the big sexy thing on your own. So don't be mad at them. But I had predicted Roxanne being the one that kind of stirred this pot up a little bit. I'm surprised they didn't go that route. She had a decent showing for being the Iron Woman last year. One last thought, I read it before I forget. Elba Fire is the first person to get eliminated in the Women's Royal Rumble multiple times without actually being in it, right?
Multiple times?
She got booted twice.
Oh, I remember the ones. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, she got kicked out.
Right.
Poor Chelsea Green. So do you want to? So I know why you're stalling. I know why.
Can we Drew and Sammy?
I was gonna say I know why you're stalling, and I'm stalling, and I'm stalling too.
To be honest, I don't want to talk about 2 of these other matches. I really don't.
I because they were bad, or they just were the result you didn't expect.
Kind of both.
Listen, guys. Okay. Well, I mean, look, we don't have to talk about AJ Styles and Gunther. We don't have to. Listen. I told everybody that AJ Styles is technically retired at the hands of Gunther.
From WWE.
They had from WWE. They had a match. It was a fine match. There was moves and wrestling, but everybody knows that they were watching that match. And if you were locked into all the movesets, you didn't understand the assignment. Every close call, every close pit, every 2 count, every lockup, you're like, oh God, this is the last time we're going to see the phenomenal one in the WWE ring.
I wasn't thinking that.
You were thinking he was going to win. You told me last week.
I was firmly in denial, and because of Seth freaking Rollins now has me doubting everything. I'm like, all the signs. There was 5 signs pointing. The whole ruse thing. I'm like, it's too obvious. There was 5 signs.
Oh, yes,
AJ retiring.
Yes.
So I was like, well, Gunther won one. If AJ wins one, then that sets up a trilogy for WrestleMania. Then AJ can retire there. I'm like, AJ's not going to miss a WrestleMania. Evidently, I was just delusional and just was in denial.
I did tell you.
But
I did tell you that
we still don't know if technically he's only retiring from WWE or if he's retired, period. And in the event that he's retired, period, this was so rushed. Rushed.
I've come around to the idea that he's not retired, period, because I do think a legend of his caliber, and I have to imagine, because there was the contracts coming up, if the WWE thing ended, why sign a deal if you plan on retiring? Could he do a quick spot in a New Japan or everybody says AEW. There's not a realistic reason for him to go to AEW specific outside of he does have friends there, but the TNA, there's still matches for him to be had. He didn't put his gloves down.
I know, yeah.
So could he show up on Monday and do some retirement speech and then Pierce be talk him into staying? And I'm only saying because Pierce didn't really love the idea of this happening anyway, and he's not a fan of Gunther. But if he's done in WWE, which I'm going to listen to all the internet wrestling fans that shit on me for talking about what I see on TV. As of this moment, as of right now, he is not in the WWE. He's retired. That was the stipulation. So what do we do now?
As much as I would like that, like Adam Pearce is like, actually, we're not going to do that. You can't do that. As much as I would like it, like that just defeats the whole purpose of it. As much as I,
that devalues Gunther and
it just like, what's the whole point then of you saying you're going to put your whole, now do I want AJ to continue? Absolutely. But if you're going to say you're going to put your career on the line and then modify it, actually WWE career, then like, what was the point of you like, what was the whole point of this then? If you're not actually retired.
That's fair. Jamie in the chat says AJ will turn up on Raw in a luchador mask.
Okay, so in my circle of friends, as this was happening, somebody said AJ is going to lose and he's going to show up as El Grande Phenomenal. Somebody literally texted that in my group chat, and I go, you know what? I wouldn't hate it.
You wouldn't? Well,
no, we saw Juan Cena. Why can't we have El Grande Phenomenal?
See, this is the I like this unhinged. Like last week, you were very by the book. This AJ Styles retirement's got you. I know it's got you shook.
This Royal Rumble event was literally like Liv wins, AJ loses, Drew wins. I don't even want to talk about the men's Royal Rumble.
The phenomenal one is no more.
We don't even know. Like, that's the confusing part. At first he was like, yeah, I'm putting my career on the line. But then on Monday, he's like, Gunther thinks he can put an end to my WWE career. So, who knows?
Listen, I will say, though, AJ, whether he played it, he almost had me believing he was going to win this thing. Because when he came out, I even tweeted, like, man, looks like he knows this is it. Like, he was playing it up so well. He was emotional on that walkout. He was taking it all in. He took his sweet-ass time getting down there. And I was like, they're about to make me think this man is going to retire. And then I'm going to get swerved out of my ass. And guess what? He fucking passes out. Like I called, by the way. We're all here to witness. We're all here to witness the Ella crash out. This is Peak Saturday Night Entertainment. Hell yeah.
Is Randy Orton better stay? Can we swear on here?
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Randy Orton better stay the fuck away from Gunther for at least 2 years. I think the next thing is going to be Gunther and Brock for SummerSlam to retire Brock. Because that's in Minnesota. Yeah. Makes sense. Keep Gunther the fuck away from Randy Orton. That's all I have to say.
When they announce a major PLE in St. Louis, are you going to start sweating?
Yes.
You're like, oh God, no.
Keep that man away from Gunther for at least 2 years. Please. Because it is too soon. I think Gunther is going to beat Jericho and he's going to beat Brock. He's eventually going to beat Orton.
How is he going to beat Jericho if he's not in the company, Ella?
We'll see. I don't know, man.
He didn't show up tonight, Ella.
I don't even know what's going on with him anymore. But I would be surprised if Brock was not his next program. I don't know whether they're going to do that for Mania, but I feel like SummerSlam feels like a good possibility for that.
Okay. Randy, you're on the clock, my guy.
I swear. Randy said in 2023 he had 10 years left, though. We'll see. Keep that man away from the Legend Killer.
The new Legend Killer, because Randy's the OG Legend Killer. They got to.
Gunther's the career killer.
Oh well.
Keep the Legend Killer away from the career killer.
Does he get to become? Does he get to become the Legend Killer?
I think once he beats Randy, yes. Okay, but that's not going to be for a few years from now. I refuse to believe.
Well, see, Jamie, I love CM Punk, so I want to keep CM Punk away from Gunther.
Punk. I've had a bittersweet relationship with Punk, but I always have a soft spot for him because he was in the first wrestling match I ever saw back in 2009. So and we share a birthday. So like a part of me like will always love him. He's been controversial sometimes though. So I'm like, Punk, what are you doing sometimes? But I will always have a soft spot for CM Punk. Now, unfortunately, I'm not liking the direction that his WrestleMania is going, but we'll talk about that a bit later.
Yeah, there's some stuff, but let's go ahead and do this because you don't want to talk about it. But we had Sami Zayn challenged for the WWE Undisputed Championship against Drew McIntyre, and maybe not to the same degree as AJ Styles. Sami Zayn made this feel like this might be his best shot at the championship. He's 0-11, now 0-12 against Drew McIntyre. He got his ass. He took so much from Drew where people on the internet were like, is he Super Sammy? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Like, Drew couldn't put him away, but then he just ragdolls and puts him away at the end there.
With multiple Claymores,
Now, again, and the rumors and people were saying, like, oh, Sammy will come. And I was one of them that was like, Sammy's going to come up this close to beating Drew. He'll lose, but he'll pop back in the Rumble and give us a spot. He did not come back.
No.
He lost. What do we do with Sami Zayn now? Like, where are we going from here? Because that man, that was the idea was maybe he wins the Rumble and goes to WrestleMania to face Drew. Now that guy has made the chamber, I guess.
Nah, Drew eliminated Cody, right?
Yeah, an asshole.
So it's looking like, as of now, it's looking like Drew versus Jacob versus Cody at WrestleMania. What do you do with Sammy? As of now, it's looking glum for him.
Is the Andre the Giant Battle Royal Memorial?
You know
thing
what? It
still
could be because that's what
night?
they did. That's what they did for Bobby Lashley, right? Like, now granted that he was supposed to feud with Bray, but when they had nothing else for Bobby, they just had him win the Andre the Giant thing, Am I thinking wrong? Did LA Knight win it too some other time? I don't even remember at this point.
I'm facetious. I hope that there's a better avenue for him. I don't know if they still do it.
But when they don't have something for like a top star, they have him win the Andre the Giant thing. Maybe him and Trick Williams could be really fun. They tease that when Trick interrupted Sammy. I would love that.
I thought maybe Trick would get involved in this match and
maybe Trick and Sammy. I mean, you still have Elimination Chamber.
Sure.
So whatever. Spoiler alert. There's no doubt that Roman Reigns is picking CM Punk, right? So then how do you get to then Drew versus Jacob versus Cody, assuming that you have a chamber match? Because you can't have both Cody and Jacob win chamber.
Well, Michael Cole said it today that Cody can't challenge Drew per something, so he has to win. He had to win the Rumble to get the shot at Drew. So he'll find a way in the chamber.
Right.
Maybe he'll talk away. He'll talk all this into like, hey, wait, I was on my way to win that Rumble. He got involved. He shouldn't have got involved. He's, they'll pull up Drew's suspension record and be like, this guy's a real problem, and then they'll figure out a way.
Cody would, you're right, because one of the stipulations was Cody can't challenge if he loses, but if he wins chamber, then he can.
We got Queen Auntie in the house saying, Ella! Randy Orton showed up for you.
Yeah.
And Auntie, we're here for you. I'm glad to see you. Hit that like button, Auntie. Subscribe. Do all that. I know you already do, but tell everybody else to do the same. You're very influential in the game.
What do you do? I think Sammy and Trick is like the only thing that's popping out at me right now. If they don't just put him in like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal thing, that would be a fun like non-title feud.
Yeah, I just thought that was kind of the story I thought we were going to go with. And Sammy loses and he's not back in the Rumble, so I was like, well, there's still a way to get there. Sammy could be I'm 0-12 and then win it on his 13th attempt to beat Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania.
So like a fatal 4-way. Possible.
I don't know. After the men's Rumble, I'm not sure, like you said, what you do over there with Drew. There was more avenues to have something happen with Drew. And listen, Roman Reigns still could say, hey, I don't really, need the. He could go for Drew. We could get Drew and Roman. We could. I think you're right, though. I think it's going to be Punk because the history there, and that's a bigger marquee matchup. But let's go ahead. Let's get it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off again. Out of the 4 matches so far, Ella was excited about 1.
No, I was okay with Drew and Sammy. I said 50%. I was okay with.
But you had to like get to 50, which means you weren't really excited about it, but you didn't want to come on here being super negative.
Yeah. Well,
so you're like 25 and you got kids.
So
you're like
what's
40, 48.
So I guess it'd be like 37.5%.
There you go. There you go.
Then.
I will say I had a lot more fun watching this. Maybe it's because I was watching it with my kids than people on the internet did, because they were all like, "This is the worst Royal Rumble of all time. This show is complete garbage." And I'm like, there was still some fun stuff. Like, relax. Yeah. Okay. The men's Royal Rumble.
I don't want to talk about it.
Last night, they spoiled Braun Breaker being the number 1 entrant in the Royal Rumble. They spoiled it. I don't care if that was meant to be. Then Paul Heyman comes out today and says, make Braun Breaker number 2, which makes no fucking sense because number 2 is essentially number 1. You don't really get an advantage there. So they make Oba Femi number 1. And I was like, oh, hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oba Femi, Braun Breaker. Listen to me. Before you say anything, yes, you, Auntie, Influence, you're the best. I love you. You're fantastic. You and JPJ are going to absolutely crush tomorrow at noon on Coast to Coast. Shameless plug for you. That's over on Fightful Overbook. And it's not going to be here. Shameless. All right, here we go. You had an opportunity to give us Oba Femi and Braun Breaker, 2 of your future players in this badass, just 2-minute, just knockout, drag out. And you had a masked individual that I was assuming is Seth Rollins, take Braun Breaker out.
I picked Braun Breaker to win the fucking Rumble.
I know you did. I was here for it. And I told you you're crazy. I had Cody Rhodes, if that makes you feel any better. I was very adamant about Cody. So they take him out. Now, okay, so my first thought was, okay, this is Seth Rollins. This is Seth Rollins getting revenge. The only way to me that this would have worked, unless it was CM Punk, unless it was Punk, because he was there. They asked him about not being in the Rumble. He said something about his music, and maybe it was him. Could have been. Who knows? If it was Seth, and this was the idea to take out the Vision, he should have taken out Austin Theory next. You know what I mean? It should have been a silent assassin thing if that was the idea. So it's got to be somebody that specifically has beef with Braun. That's Seth's butt, Auntie said. You know what? I'll have to go back and check tape. I only know Cody Rhodes' butt. That thing is caked up. My daughter, by the way, she's a Cody Rhodes fan, and I told her, I was like, yeah, it's because he's got that dump truck on him. And she was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I was like, you're 16. Don't talk to me like that. But you're saying, JPJ saying it's Logan. He was in the Rumble. It could have been Logan. So
so people now, just because whoever was under that mask doesn't actually have to be who they reveal. Apparently it was an African American guy who did it. So I don't know who that was. Now, like I said, apparently they revealed Theory, but apparently Theory wasn't under the mask the whole time. So they could just be having somebody do it, but then they're going to reveal somebody else. But when I tell you, my soul left my body when Braun Breaker got tossed over in 5 seconds. My soul left my body, and I screamed in despair. It was so sad. And then I'm going to be honest, you know that feeling that we had at the end of WrestleMania 39 Night 2 when Roman beat Cody? That's how I felt not only in that moment, but at the end of the Men's Royal Rumble.
Okay, now obviously everybody outlasted Braun Breaker in the Royal Rumble this year, but notable names that make
Rusev like 1 minute.
When Rusev got dumped out and they did the shot of him sitting up against the barricade and Oba Femi's looking at him, I had this thought in my head where Rusev's probably in his mind going, AEW wasn't that bad. because first of all, I was just thinking the other day, I was like, when the hell, when's the last time we saw Rusev actually doing something on TV?
And it's when he lost to Jey Uso in the tournament.
Right. And we haven't seen him. And then he's in the match, and I'm like, all right, cool. And they dump him out in a hot second. Him and Braun, shortest times of the. I wouldn't have had that on my bingo card. Hell, El Grande Americano got more time, and the original Grande Americano showed up. He got more time. La Parka was there. He got more time. Austin Theory, the Vision's running mate, he got more time, and he's supposed to be taking these L's. Dustin said it was Adam Pearce. That would be awesome. And then somebody said Carmelo, Logan,
Finn Balor.
Auntie said she only knows Finn's abs. Finn has some great abs.
Because, okay, so I thought, we'd see, because, the whole thing, Adam Pearce made the thing, the Rumble's full, and then Finn, lashed out. I was like, oh, Finn's just going to take somebody's spot. But what beef does Finn Balor have with Braun Breaker? That's what I don't get.
Unless he's trying to take Braun Breaker out to a limit. Yeah, you're right. Doesn't make sense. I was going to go, maybe he's taking Braun out to get.
Why did they do that whole Finn Balor thing if he wasn't just going to take somebody's spot?
Listen, they did a lot of things this week where they were like, Ava did a lot of storyline telling on Tuesday for next week, and she ain't even going to be there. The Finn Balor stuff, yeah, they didn't pay that off. Why not pay this masked person off at the Rumble?
It could have just been Finn Balor, and then
in the moment,
Braun's getting kicked out, and then Finn takes his place. But we've already done that once with Seth Rollins. Why would you do it 3 months later?
But the masked person took Braun, threw him in the Rumble, and threw him out. I think it would have done, like you said. I think it would have been a more. By the way, hi, Mrs. Pluggo, the love of my life, the apple of my eye. We're talking about hot pants right now. Finn Balor, she calls them hot pants, so she'll probably chime in here. Why not then you can have Braun show up on Monday and go, whoever that was that dumped me out of this Rumble where I couldn't compete, I didn't lose, I want my spot. I want a spot in that chamber. Then you have, like you said, Finn Balor take Braun's spot, and then you still have this masked assailant that the Vision now has problems with. There was a lot of ways they could have done. Ricky Saints, Dustin saying that could be, you never know. I don't know why Ricky Saints has beef with the Vision.
Yeah.
But, Auntie and saying that Mrs. Pluggo is her bestie.
If it's anyone other than Logan would be a good shout, because didn't he say on Monday let's make sure we get Braun to win? So honestly, unless it's Logan Paul or Seth Rollins, it really does not make sense to me. It's definitely not Brock Lesnar. That dude was getting to be Brock Lesnar.
He was in this Rumble.
Yeah.
He had himself a quick
if
one.
If it's anyone other than Logan Paul or Seth Rollins, it really just does not make sense to me.
Well, we don't usually do this, but we have a pop-in.
Okay.
Big Bad Boris is here.
Hey, I didn't watch it. Who won?
You didn't watch it?
You don't want to know. You know what?
Who won what?
Consider yourself lucky, Boris.
Which one? Which match?
Who won the women's rumbly thing?
Liv Morgan.
Who won the man?
You don't need to know.
Roman Reigns won the
really? Oh, okay. Have a good stream.
All right, bye, buddy. See you at 10 o'clock. He's got a stream happening right here.
First match. That's all you need to watch, Boris. Honestly, just watch.
Could Auntie and
that's all you need to watch.
Auntie and Mrs. Pluggo get a room, guys. Jeez, they're out there talking about how much they love each other in the chat. Ryan Sullivan's the house said he loved the Rumble, didn't enjoy the men's at all. Was there any? And there was no NXT in the men's Rumble. Nobody from NXT, which I'm not really surprised because there's not a ton.
Gave a spot to La Parka.
They gave him a spot to La Parka. That La Parka, yes. For those that are playing at home, that La Parka that you remember from WC, he still wrestles. Yes, he got a spot. Mr. Iguana got a spot.
I was okay with that.
Damian Priest chokeslammed an Iguana, so Peter's going to be all up on his ass here soon. Yeah, this was very I think JPJ said it in the chat. This was very safe. Like I said, we got the original. We have another Grande Americano, the original.
That was fine.
That was fine. Sense. Trick I thought Trick was going to get more time.
They gave Javon the.
They gave.
You know what? You know what was a true travesty?
What?
Where the fuck was Kofi Kingston? Apparently, he wrestled a tag match before the live audience.
Have you noticed? And like Soul teased the Kofi spot a little bit.
I did see that, yeah.
But there wasn't a lot of Javon teasing the Kofi. Like that's what I like. Listen, I know it's corny and it's not serious. I like those weird spots. I think those are fun. Becky tried to play one up where she said her legs were up. That was just Becky being Becky. We need that. You need this men's rumble. There was too much like serious business going on for it to be fun. And
I was happy Javon got the Iron Man spot. He lasted over, I want to say, about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Good for him. Was very happy to see that.
You could definitely tell towards the end there, though, they were like, we don't want to go past 6 o'clock because, like you said, this was, Cole said it too, 2 a.m.
2 a.m., yeah. Plus, they
were
doing the post show right now.
Yeah, so they're still going strong. And so they started rushing that thing through at the end there. I'm trying to pull like a Claymore kick to Cody. Cody eliminated, and then Oba got eliminated. Then Cody. It was like real quick. Fatu. There was a lot. It felt more outside of a couple spots. It didn't feel the same cohesion as I felt with the women's one, where I was like, those eliminations all kind of make sense, and we can get some storylines on TV. Yeah. Maybe they're going to do some new storylines with the men's. We didn't see any Otis. We didn't see any Tozawas of the world. There was no legends. There was no surprise superstar, like surprise celebrity stuff. It was very just, this is what we got.
So going into this Rumble, I was okay with anyone but 3 people winning. 2 of the people that I did not want to win were the final 2.
Gunther and Roman?
Yes.
Yeah, you're an anti-Roman, like, stan.
I did not
like as much as you love Randy Orton, you can't stand Roman Reigns.
I did not want Brock, did not want Gunther.
No, I don't think anybody wanted Brock.
Anybody else I would have been okay with. Like I could have lived with.
Yeah. Who was
when it got down to that final
The final 4 was Roman, Gunther, Randy, and Logan.
I know.
Ugh.
Once I realized, I go, we've already had 3 heels win tonight. I go, it's either Roman or Randy because they're the heels or the faces. And I go, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, it was a weird. It was a weird.
And once Orton was dumped out, like you know how we felt when Roman beat Cody on night 2 of WrestleMania 39.
Did you cry?
That's what I felt like. My soul just left my body. I was just sitting there in silence because either way, I would have hated the result personally. Again, just character wise, you know, I've interviewed Gunther before. Great person. Roman seems like a lovely person, like in real life. I'm just still salty about the AJ thing, and I've just never been a fan of the Roman Reigns character, and so my soul left my body, and I go, I want to turn this off, but I can't.
Yeah, and it was like some of the Fernando's saying the Braun, which we talked about a lot. The Oba elimination didn't really.
I was so mad.
Yeah, that should have been an elimination where we're like, okay, because he crushed it for the first He was doing one-on-one matches for Cardona.
Yeah.
Ilya, like it was Oba, he was mowing everyone down, and then he just gets seamlessly dumped out.
You know what? Honestly, though, if anybody was going to eliminate Braun Breaker, I'm okay with it being Oba Femi.
The way it happened, though?
Yes. I was selfishly because I did pick Braun Breaker. And as of now, obviously plans changed, but that's crazy because as of a month ago, Braun Breaker was slated to win the men's rumble, and then all of a sudden he has the shortest time. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, and this is always my crux with the road to WrestleMania is all of a sudden the groundwork that you've laid for months on end, all of a sudden you start throwing it out the window because you got to have Roman, you got to have Punk, you got to have all the big marquee names.
Braun Breaker was going to potentially unseat CM Punk, and now this man is looking like a chump.
Yeah, exactly, because they tell us all year that these are the people we're supposed to care about, and then they throw it out the window for the road to WrestleMania. Because I might be going to the Chamber, so I don't know if we're going to be doing this little thing next month. So that'll be the last show before WrestleMania. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But right now they were just like, yeah, those future guys we've been building, yeah, we're gonna stick to this, and we're gonna get Cody, we're gonna get Roman, we're gonna get Punk, we're gonna get Drew, we're gonna get all the, and they're gonna go, Braun Breaker, we'll put you and Bronson in some tag match that'll kick off the show.
Honestly, unless it is Seth Rollins, like that to me would be a big enough in-place match. If he's not going to wrestle for a title, for him to at least wrestle Seth Rollins has a big enough name and stock to himself that it would make up for it. But honestly, if he's at WrestleMania facing anyone other than Seth Rollins,
it's a waste.
Then honestly, it's like what was all that time building him up for what?
And all the suspensions and all the stuff that they were working on. He's been a focal point.
I'd love for it to be Adam Pearce though. That would also be really fun.
Pearce versus Frank.
But
those are the three. It's got to be Pearce, Punk, or Seth for Braun. Those are the three. But I think Roman. We'll find out on Monday because I don't think that they're going to drag it out. I think they're literally going to Monday. Roman's going to kick off and be like,
well, I think he'll show up to SmackDown as well because he does have history with Drew. But there is just too much story going on right now with Cody, Jacob, and Drew that they're not going to not do a triple threat.
If you're the NXT champion, which I'm blanking on who that is right now,
it is nobody right now.
That's
because they
right.
get to crown a new one.
Will Roman just show up on Tuesday and go, "That's mine"? That's right. Because
I would be pissed if that happened.
he just shows up.
I would be pissed.
He just shows up on Tuesday and he goes, "Well, listen, I don't have to." Because listen, Roman's part timer. He doesn't have to fight anybody. He goes, "I just want that. I'll take whoever."
Technically, he could because as of right now, the title is vacant. He could claim it before because they're doing a ladder match. He could claim it before and then.
Listen, Liv. There's an open title in NXT. Maybe you go for it. That'd be something.
I am just.
He doesn't need to win the Rumble. That's part of this. Ever since they decided that you could win you get an opportunity at a title. It always feels like it's somebody that could just like Roman Reigns, like you said, Roman Reigns could just walk into the WWE headquarters and say, "I want to wrestle at WrestleMania," and they'll make him a match. He didn't need this, especially now that you have two titles that you can pick from. You don't three if you want to count NXT because Charlotte did that one year.
But if we're assuming that the other match is Drew, Jacob, Cody, I understand why they did it because they're not going to have Cody win 3. They're going to have Cody likely win Chamber. I understand, and then they needed somebody else to win the Rumble. I understand it. Am I happy about it though? Absolutely.
We'll have Jacob win it then.
That's true.
Just have Jacob win it.
But
it wouldn't be the first time that they all of a sudden just interjected somebody's opportunity into a triple threat.
And he is a Samoan.
Yeah,
they
like to do it. So I gotta ask, because we asked about the top. Lash was the MVP. Who's the MVP of this men's rumble? Since you hated it so
Javon
much.
Evans and Obafemi.
Javon Evans.
Oba had a great showing. Like he lasted over a half hour too, I believe.
He did.
Javon and Oba.
I thought Fatu looked pretty good for a minute there, but he wasn't MVP caliber. I thought Hobbs looked good. But yeah, I think it's Javon Iron Man. He had a good showing. Jey Uso, man, can we talk about that real quick before we get out of here? I know you got to get out of here, and we got to get y'all out of here. Enjoy your evenings of the joys of early wrestling. But did they shut the minute-and-a-half counter off for Jey? Because he definitely took at least 3 minutes to get through that crowd. Then he gets on the apron, bust the whatever you want to call that, the Ufalo necklace thing.
Yeah.
And then he ran it back not only once, but twice.
But then a second time because Roman, him to doing, I go, dude. Ugh.
I just wanted to mention that all of a sudden, because like again, for the first time in my cover, I was able to talk about my thumb is because I was going like his entrance I had all day. I was like, wait a minute, this is the longest minute and a half of all time.
Cody
is the clock kayfabe too? Is that allowed?
Yes, there was definitely times where it was like way too long. Like there was times in the Rumble, the women's Rumble specifically. I think it was like after Lyra Valkyria. I don't remember who number 27 was, but I go, this is a long time. Like it has definitely been more than like 90 seconds or 2 minutes, whatever it was. I don't even know, but yeah, once he went for the third, once Roman was coaxing him to do it a third time, I go, that just makes him look dumb.
And then he got knocked, and then that was the other thing. Then Roman punches him in the face because it's the Rumble, and even Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, like, it's the Rumble, every man for himself. And then they work together 12 seconds later and do the 1D to shout out Jimmy, who couldn't make the trip for personal reasons. Are they cool? Are they not cool? What's going on here?
Roman eliminated Jay.
Yeah, and then he eliminates him. So
Cody accidentally gave a Cody cutter to Randy too.
Yeah,
so I don't know how that's gonna go over.
Gunther got right out of the way in the nick of time. Yeah. Cody cutter to old Randy. That's gonna start. Maybe that's the Mania.
I've just lost all hope for that feud that we should have.
Well, listen, Randy Orton, he's not gonna take that kind.
What does he do? Because he ain't wrestling for either title.
You know, you can have title matches on WrestleMania; it's allowed. But yeah, I don't know, because if Cody's getting interjected into the, that's the thing. That's why I think Roman might go for Drew. It's the top prize in the company, and that eliminates Cody getting it because he's got that beef with Cody still too. They had the stare down too. There's that, you know. And wouldn't it be? And listen, we gotta sell the fact that Cody, man, his roads are shut. His avenues to WrestleMania are shut down. I don't know.
You know what? That would free up Cody for that Randy feud.
There you go.
He's in the middle of that Jacob thing, though. Is the thing.
Drew and Fatu, Cody and Orton, Punk and Roman. That's like 3 solid matches right there. And then, like you said, Liv and Raquel or Stephanie, and then whoever's going after Jade, which I still think could be. I still think it could be Jordan. Bianca's not there again. I don't know. This is the thing we did with Sammy when he had his chances. They were like, "Well, Roman's coming back. Roman can face The Rock. We can't have Sammy win it." Are we going to do this thing where we can't give Jade a credible challenger because looming Bianca?
If Bianca is cleared, I think she just wins Chamber again. Otherwise, I could see them doing Tiffany and Jade.
They might wait till Chamber because that's why this all fell apart. Was the Chamber with Naomi and Jade and all them?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're up again. We're almost to the hour. I know you said you got things going on. I got dinner coming. Final thoughts on the Royal Rumble. Get them in the chat. Ella, give me your final thoughts on the Royal Rumble in 2026, the Saudi Rumble, and we will get everybody out of here so they can enjoy their fight. They can go watch Tommaso Ciampa win the TNT champion for Mark Briscoe.
Congratulations to Liv Morgan and Liv Morgan only. and maybe 50% Drew McIntyre.
I mean, then again, you know, Drew's kind of throwing a wrench into your plans for Randy by winning that thing because Sammy could have ran it. I don't know.
No, I had Drew winning. I thought I was like 99% sure Drew was winning. I like Drew. It's just I don't know. I hope you're right then that it's Jacob, Drew, and then they finally pull a trigger on that Cody Randy thing. They set it up a little bit. You know, they had that little thing on SmackDown. Then Cody hit the Cody cutter on Orton. I don't know. But Drew eliminated Cody, so that leads me to believe Cody is going to be involved with Drew at WrestleMania. But we'll see. It's still early. We still have 2.5 months. We'll see what happens.
And my last thoughts are, was it epic like Triple H said it was going to be?
No.
I wouldn't go that far. No. I had more fun than I think most did, but they definitely played it safe. They definitely didn't take as many swings in this Rumble that I thought they had an opportunity to do. I don't know if it's because they were in front of potential buyers in the Saudi Arabia crowd and the Saudi Prince was there, but overall, I had a good time. Ella, plug your stuff. We'll get you out of here. We'll all go enjoy our evenings because it's crazy. We get to get out. It's like 7 o'clock. It's wild.
I got stuff to do, but you can follow me on Twitter.
Because you're popular. I'm not.
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky at It's Ella J. Please don't tweet me about this Royal Rumble. Really, it's too fresh right now. I need some time to get over it. I feel again like how it was after WrestleMania 39 night 2. My soul has kind of left my body, and I just feel really down right now.
Listen, I appreciate you stopping in. I hope that comment was about the Rumble and not us.
Not about us.
If it was about us,
that
this is what
was
we
me
do.
when Obafemi eliminated Braun Breaker in 5 seconds. That was me. What WTF did I watch? That was me.
Just popped in. It was like, is this a post show? What is this?
We'll see. But yeah, don't at me about this Rumble for at least a week, please.
Since I don't have plans this evening, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Tell me about the Rumble, Ella. But no, Ella, go follow Ella. She rules. Don't tweet at her though. Leave her be for a week. You can find me at Pluggo on all social media platforms every Thursday night on Between Two Beards on this very channel with JPJ at B2Beards on all social medias for that. If you want to, Jimmy from the Q was on. Watch that prediction show, and we were all dead wrong except JPJ did get Liv. I got Gunther too. I think I got Gunther, Drew. That was it. I didn't get any of the Rumble picks right.
I was 2 for 2.
But I don't know when the next Braun. Oh yeah, he was talking. Okay, they were what was that? Braun was eliminated in 2 minutes. Okay, you're talking about the Rumble.
Not even.
It was like 30 seconds. It was like 30 seconds. It was crazy. Not even. I don't know when the next Triple P is going to be because I'm hoping to go to the Elimination Chamber because it's in my neck of the woods. But if I don't, we'll be here. We'll figure it out.
I heard watch along with your friends.
I know. I heard you're finding other avenues. That's right. You can come hang out after the watch line. Just pull a 6-hour day. No, but we'll see. Keep it locked here for Love Wrestling for everything else. And we'll get you out of here. Until next time. Peace out.